Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, then welcome. To those of you who have been following the channel for a little while or who are subscribed, you'll notice I've been missing for a little while, not been doing as many readings, and that's because I've had all sorts of problems with my energy levels and with my health this month, well, the last couple of months really. Anyway, I'm back on track, so let's get started. As I say, thank you for rejoining, rewatching the videos, really. Rewatching? You know what I mean. Right, Cancer, let's get started. So we're looking at March 2021, Spirit. We're with Cancer. We're looking at work and career reading, please. What messages do you have for Cancer? This card wants to come out, so I'm going to take it. Status quo. Okay, what else do we have for Cancer, please? Oop. We have peace. Okay. We have discovery. Interesting. I'm just going to get 6 cards, Cancer, and then we'll start going through them, okay? We have increase. Ooh, we have the loving man. And new beginnings. Interesting. Yeah, this is nice, Cancer. This is looking good. Okay. So at the moment, you may have felt recently, or as I say, you may feel at the beginning of March that you're sort of at a standstill, you know? You're sort of, they've just said to me, keeping your head above water. So some of you may feel that you're literally just treading water at the moment and just sort of making sure that, you know, your responsibilities are taken care of, your bills are paid, etc., etc. And, you know, life is pretty much the same and pretty static. I don't get the feeling that that's causing you a lot of frustration, Cancer, but you know, at the moment, it just kind of feels like you're happy being, being able, as I say, to take care of your responsibilities, you know. What's interesting, though, is that, you know, during the month of March, there's an increase in momentum here. There's an increase in, you know, this is very much about moving forward. You know, this card is such an interesting card because sometimes I talk about balance because this reminds me of the chakras. Sometimes I talk about stability because this building reminds me of something good, something solid. The tree reminds me of being very grounded. But for you, Cancer, this road is drawing me in, and it feels like we're talking about forward movement. So, you know, for those of you that are feeling that life is pretty samey at the moment, that you're just sort of, you know, happy with your lot, in March, you may find that you're beginning to look for new opportunities, or you're beginning to, you know, your life's beginning to gain momentum a bit. Okay, so, you know, I do feel there's a whole, I mean, I know we have the card of peace there, but the reading does feel peaceful. There doesn't feel sort of any anxiety attached to this reading at all, which is lovely, you know, especially because we've all been through a crazy 18 months, haven't we? You know, so to see the card of peace here, I get the feeling, Cancer, that you're quite sort of laid back about things at the moment, you know, and I think you'll start March with that sort of feeling. It's almost like there's an acceptance around you that sort of, you know, life is what it is at the moment. You know, we're pretty sort of at a standstill, so do you know what? I'm just going to relax and go with the flow. It's got this lovely feel about it. But I do feel that things are going to pick up a pace at the beginning of March. And that may be because you're picking up ideas, you know, you may be, you know, maybe you're at home doing some research on the internet or just sort of browsing, and you come across an idea or something that sort of fits in with something you've had in mind, like a plan that you've had, you know, something that's, it's almost like, I know that he's holding some sort of precious stone here, but it's almost like you're about to find the key to something that really interests you, something that helps you move forward, something that carries you up this road to something stable, Cancer. So, you know, in March, look out for anything that piques your interest, because it'll be worth pursuing. We also have this beautiful card. Usually I say in my readings that they're not sort of gender specific, but in this particular deck we have a loving man card and we have a loving woman card. So it feels like in March there's going to be a man around you who's going to have your best interest at heart. Obviously this isn't a romance reading, it's a work and career reading. But I do get the feeling that there's going to be a man around you who's going to come forward with some sort of proposal, you know, in business or, you know, work-wise, or someone who's going to help you build on whatever this discovery is, this little nugget that you find that is going to be like, I'm full of cliches this afternoon, but it's almost like a missing piece of a jigsaw. And it's going to enable you to move forward. And I do think that this man is going to be assisting you. So again, look out for a man during March. look out for a man, Cancer. No, but seriously, in your working life, there may be a male around you who will help you out in some way in order for you to move forward. Because look what follows this card. We have a new beginning. And, you know, I love this new beginning. Again, there's a roadway here, very similar to the roadway we have here. Forward movement, this roadway leading to this bright future. Okay, so there does look as though there's going to be, as I say, some sort of discovery or some sort of news or some sort of information that you're going to come across, which is going to help you to move out of this sort of static state that you've maybe found yourself in and begin to move forward with your work and your career. That's really exciting. I'm going to go through and get some more information. So what do we know, Spirit, about this status quo feeling? What do we know about the status quo? What do we know about the status quo for Cancer? Yeah, some of you may be deceiving yourselves a little bit, Cancer, because, you know, some of you, I think, have become a bit sort of complacent, a bit sort of like, look, you know, as I said earlier, it is what it is. I'm just going to have to stay with what I've got, you know, and maybe your mind's playing tricks because we've all had to adapt to a very strange set of scenarios really over the last 18 months. So maybe that's about your sort of survival instinct, telling yourself that where you're at is okay. But, you know, you're trying to be quite calm about everything, quite peaceful, which is beautiful because that will have helped you get through the last 18 months. But, you know, for those of you who, you know, are coming out of that energy, you may be thinking, well, actually, I do want to move forward in my life. You know, some of you don't. Some of you will want to sort of stay in this peaceful state and be quite happy where you are. But because this is a general reading, it won't be for all of you. But for those of you that have that little spark inside that say, do you know what, actually, I would like to do something different, or I would like, you know, that promotion or whatever it is, then, you know, this is where you'll have this realization. Spirit, can we do that again, please? Can we have a look at the peace card? Whoop. Yeah, I think you'll find Eight of Wands is a card of quick movement. So I think, you know, once, yes, you're feeling very peaceful, but I think you'll find that once sort of things start really getting back to normal, you know, where people settle back into a working routine, etc., things will pick up a pace. And that's when I think you will have this realization for some of you that, you know, you want to look for something new. You want to look for a new opportunity. So what is this discovery, please? Yeah, they're saying there's going to be some soul searching. So it may be that, you know, you're quite happy with things as they are, but this piece of information, and I do keep hearing the word internet, so it's going to be something online, I think, that's going to come up, and maybe an article you read that will just pique your interest, Cancer, and it's going to lead to you doing a lot of soul searching and a lot of, you know, as I say, this realization that maybe you know, you're ready for something new, even though you sort of talked yourself into the fact that you're happy where you are, you know. So it's almost like a realization is going to come to light during the month of March. What is this increase card about, please, Spirit? What information can you give us regarding the increase? Okay, so, you know, there's something that, you know, maybe you're deserving of something here, Cancer. Maybe you're deserving of forward movement. You know, maybe if there is some sort of opportunity in your current workplace to, you know, maybe take up a managerial position or, you know, increase your income, there's gonna be, yes, a sense of balance, but it's almost like, you know, justice is at play here. It feels like, I don't normally go down the legal route with this card, but in this instance, you know, I don't see you fighting any legal battles, but it's more about your rights, what you're entitled to. So, you know, you may find that for some of you, you could be in line for some sort of promotion or pay rise. For others of you, it's just that, you know, I was going to say it's just, that's what I mean. It is actually the right timing for you to be moving forward. You know, it's justice is yours, basically. And it doesn't mean that you've been fighting any battles, Cancer. It means that, what's the words I'm trying to say? It's so, you know, it gets so clear in your head and then it doesn't come out through my mouth. But it's almost like that, you know, you deserve this movement forward, you know. It's only just, it's only right. That's what I was trying to say, Cancer. So who is this loving man? Yeah, it's again time for a celebration. So what do we know about this loving man? It's somebody that's going to bring you in an opportunity that you're going to feel extremely happy about. There's going to be cause for celebration here. So for those of you that who aren't employed, there may well be a job opportunity coming in with this man that will give you cause for celebration. For others who are employed, you know, as I've said before, it could be some sort of promotion or something of that type. Let's see what this new beginning is. Yeah, I can see you. Okay, so we have the Hermit card. We have you sort of being very pensive, thinking things through, taking some time out, being very wise. We have the owl, which is, you know, obviously owl symbolizes wisdom. You know, taking a step back, reflecting, deciding what it is moving forward that you want to do. So I think there'll be a decision to make. A decision to make. And I don't usually say decisions with the Hermit either, but I do see you sort of pulling back in order to decide a situation. And look, you have luck on your side, Cancer. You know, whatever you decide to do, you know, take the time to choose. You know, Spirit is saying you need to step back because it's easy to get caught up in the celebratory factor here of being offered something new. But, you know, luck is on your side, but choose wisely is what they're saying. This new beginning is going to be very good for you. They've just said to me, pull one of these, so I just need to get some more information about what this new beginning is. What's the connection with this new beginning? Why do you want me to pull this, please, Spirit? Toil and labour. Yeah. You're going to have to put the work in. There's going to be, quite some hours needed here to actually pull this new beginning off. But the luck is on your side. You know, it's just about you deciding, Cancer, whether or not you want to put that work in, you want that level of commitment, because it is going to be something that isn't going to just fall into your lap. Yes, it's a good opportunity, but you're going to need to work at it. That's what Spirit is saying. So, right, let's just, I'm going to pull some of these. I'm going to keep this fairly short today. It was just an indication of the sort of energies that are around for your work and career in March. But let's see what else is here for Cancer, please. What else is here for Cancer? Okay, we have a lot of feminine energy, so there's a lot of emotions flowing during the month of March, Cancer. So a time to, you know, for self-care, taking the time out to make wise choices, to, you know, make sure that your heart is in sync with what it is that you're trying to achieve, or what offers you accept. What else for Cancer, please? Yeah, now this is interesting, because when the observer is this way up, it's all about, you know, viewing your world, seeing the bigger picture. But this is about you being focused. It's come out in the reverse. So it's saying, you know, focus on what you truly want. Focus on what is going to make you emotionally happy, what's going to make your heart sing, Cancer. What else for Cancer, please? Yeah, and it's about being honest with yourself. Here again, we have the owl. So, you know, it's about being very wise with the decisions you make in March, but it's also about making sure those decisions are making your heart sing, basically. You know, it's a time for truth. It's a time to be honest with yourself, you know, not a time to wear a mask and pretend to be, you know, someone else, you know, because other people want you to be, for example. It's about being honest with your inner truth and making your heart happy, Cancer. So yeah, I mean, it's looking, as I say, it's looking good. I don't feel that you're particularly unhappy now, to be honest, as we begin March, in the next couple of days. But I do think there is an opportunity if you want to take it. Look out for this man and look out for this nugget of information that piques your interest, because I do think they are very significant, those two things. And I think they're linked as well. But take the time for you. Take the time to make sure you're happy with whatever decision you make, Cancer. Luck is on your side, but whichever route you take here, you know, you are going to need to put in some work for this new beginning. So just make sure that you're at peace with that before we, you know, before you sort of commit yourself, really. But you know, it's got a good feel about it. It's got a peaceful feel about it. It's got a lovely feel about it. But, you know, just make sure you're happy with any opportunity that comes your way, as I say, before you sort of leap in. But it's looking good. I'm going to pick one Moonology and then I'm going to draw this to a close, because I do want to keep these short. Can we have a Moonology just for Cancer to finish, please? Can we do that again, Spirit? Sorry. Thank you. Look at the bigger picture. Now, didn't I say that the Observer card here, if it had been the other way up, it would have been look at the bigger picture, but they were asking you to focus. But they're asking you to look at the bigger picture because they know that you're going to have to put the work in. So they're saying, make sure you've taken everything into consideration, including your emotional well-being, Cancer. Don't run yourself into the ground for this new opportunity. Make sure you're happy with it before you take that leap. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please drop me a like down below. It really helps the videos to get noticed by the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed already, and if you'd like to see more of these readings, then please do join us. It's lovely to have you on board. And thank you so much for all your support, everybody. If it resonates with you, do let me know by dropping a comment down below. And I will see you all soon. Take care, Cancer. Have a beautiful, beautiful March.